Hi, my name's Kate. I'm just touching base to give you an update on what we did in week 1 of the Ready for School program. Thank you so much for getting your child here today. I was so impressed with how everyone went. They settled in really well and did much better with all of the activities than we were anticipating. We thought we were going to have to work a lot more on listening and following instructions than we had to. So it's exciting, I guess, for us to see what progress we could potentially make over the next 6 weeks. So the reason for the video is to just give you an overview of everything we've done, because I'm sure that many of your children won't go home and tell you what it is that we did. So just want to share that with you, and then just go through some things that you can follow up at home just to help us get the best outcomes for your child over the course of the next 6 weeks. So we started the session today by looking at what we call the ALERT program. So the ALERT program is a program that's been designed by occupational therapists, designed for use in a classroom with the whole class, and designed to teach children about their body and about how their engine's running. So it refers to our body being like a car engine. Sometimes our engine runs high, and that's when we're silly and crazy. And sometimes our engine runs low, and that's when we're tired and sleepy. But we want our engine to run just right so that we can be at our best and feel calm and happy and learn. So we started by learning some songs to start to label those emotions and to recognize those emotions. We did like a musical cushions activity where we would practice being high and silly, we'd practice being low and sleepy, and then we'd practice being just right. We did an obstacle course where we looked at pictures of children who might be in that zone. So got a child here who's in the low zone, and then we've got a child here who's in the just right zone, and then a child here who is in the high zone. So we practiced putting those on the table so that the children could see what zone they were in. So next week we will send home a chart with you that you can put up on your fridge to help your child track where they are on that engine speed. And we would love if you could just use that language at home as well. Oh my gosh, I can see your engine is running low. Or, oh, I can see your engine is running high. What can we do to help you? Do you need a drink of water? Will we go outside for a play? Do you want to have a rest in your room for a little while? So level 1 of the program is we're labeling the emotion for the child, we're labeling their engine speed, and we're helping them find out what to do to feel better. Level 2 is that they can label their engine speed, but we still need to help them work out what to do better. And then level 3 is that they can label their engine speed and know what to do about it. So they can say, Mum, my engine's feeling high, I need a drink of water, and then be able to go and action that for themselves. And so that's what we're working to that'll take a bit of time, usually a couple of years, to progress all the way to level 3. But just using the language already today, we can see all of them understanding those concepts, which is huge. So if you can just reiterate that at home for us, that would be amazing, and we will keep reiterating that here over the next 6 weeks. So we spend about the first 20 minutes of the day working on fun activities that reinforce that engine speed analogy. Then we moved on to doing some finger gyms. So we work on our big muscles and strengthening up our shoulders, strengthening up our hands, strengthening up the core muscles in our body, then strengthening up our fingers and the palms of our hands and our fingers, and then working on the finer details of things, so cutting and drawing and pencil grip and all of that sort of stuff. So that was part of our finger gym session that goes for about another sort of 40 minutes in today's session. We also did a mat time session where we sit on the mat and read a story, and we make the story quite engaging to help them be able to sit for that 20 minutes or so that they're required to sit still on the mat, because we know that that's really hard for them. But they did that beautifully, and we'll share some photos and things with you of that as well. We worked on putting our shoes and socks on, opening containers, following 1 and 2 step instructions. We did lots of activities to help support them to feel calm, and we also introduced a range of fruit and veg to see who is happy to eat fruit and veg at the moment and who maybe needs some help with that, and giving them some choice and control around what they want to choose, so that we're getting lots and lots of exposure to that, so that in the hope that by the time school starts, they're happy to have some fruit break at school like the other kids are having. So we want to just get them as ready for that sort of thing as possible. Some things that we would love you to work on at home for us this week. We've included 2 containers. Some of our kids are having trouble opening containers. So whatever opportunities you get to put little things in containers and get them to open it, whether it's their snacks, that sort of stuff, the more repetition and practice they get of that, the easier it is. This week in the container, you've got a piece of chalk. That piece of chalk is to make a track. So you can make a race track, you can make a circle-shaped track, you can make just a drawing on the asphalt, but just to make a track for our regulation activity, which is designed to help support deep breathing, help to strengthen all of the muscles around our mouth, which helps with our language skills and helps to strengthen our core. So if we're laying on the ground doing this activity, it'll strengthen our core. So we're blowing a cotton ball around the racetrack and we're crawling along with our arms and legs, our arms while we're doing that. So we're strengthening all these muscles through our shoulders, through our upper arms and through our core and our backs. So that's a fun activity that you can race. So you could have one person blowing with, say, mum or dad, and to see if we can race who's getting around the track quicker. You can also play games of soccer with it. So you're going to stop it from getting in each other's goal rings by blowing the cotton ball. So it's a really good one for keeping them calm and also working on all of those strengthening things. In your pack, you also have lots of pieces of blue paper, so taking one at a time, and we're practicing our cutting skills. I've included this pair of scissors in the pack, so these are good because they only have to focus on going down, squeezing down, and then they're spring loaded, so the spring loads them back up for you. When we're asking them to hold the scissors, the thumb goes in the top part here and the fingers underneath. You can draw a smiley face on their thumb so that they're holding them this way all of the time. We want the elbow tucked in at the side of our body, and we're just practicing snipping. We just want to help them learn how to snip. Once they've learned how to snip and they've got that control of being able to do that action, then we can start to work on cutting all the way along a line and then starting to cut around shapes. So once you've snipped all of these little pieces off, then we're going to just make a pond. So we're going to get some glue, stick all of this down and create a pond that then we can maybe draw a duck or some form of animal onto to sit in our pond, maybe a frog, something like that. That's as simple as that one is for now. And then we just, again, sending home the containers just so that you can start putting foods in there. So this is more just an idea for you. We tried to give them a piece of fruit that they did eat, like a kind of fruit that they ate while they were here with us. Just put a few pieces in for them to snack on the way home. But really it's just a reminder for you to be putting their food into containers so that they're getting that continued practice of opening the container, because that's going to be strengthening up their muscles and joints in their fingers, which is going to make all their writing activities much easier when they get to school. If you have any questions for us, if you need more information, please send us an email. We're sending out little summaries for each of you so you know exactly what your child did well and what else more specifically we were working on and helping them with. But yeah, available anytime if you want to make a time to chat to us to keep monitoring that progress. Otherwise, we'll catch up in week 5 and do a parent session to review how they're going and what we're going to work on over the summer in readiness for school. Have a great day.